Chintarin.
いずれにせよ、
Hey, Deso.
第一の番がわからねえ限り、これ以上はお手上げだな。
I'm blanking out a little bit on where we left off. Let me just quickly check what was there. Okay. Right, it was the solving of the riddle. Got it. Let go. Hey there. Right, sorry. So, until we figure out the first twilight, we'll have to give up on the rest. Okay. We tried looking at it from several different angles, but in the end, we got stuck there and made no further advances. Yeah, totally not bragging. Hi, Moth-chan. I had to wait for Maria to yawn, because that was a long one. Alright. Hey, Super Paper. Maria let out an extra large yawn. This caused several other people to yawn. We had been using our heads so much that everyone had gotten a little sleepy. Jessica, who had been silent and looking displeased the whole time, quickly stood up.
私はマリアと一緒に上へ行ってるぜ。テレビでも見てる。
そうだね。僕も上がるよ。そうだ。みんなで上でトランプでもしようか。
When George proposed this, Maria completely forgot about that big yawn of hers and started jumping around, insisting that she wanted to play cards. Judging by the clock, it would soon be 10 at night. It was already about that time you normally take a bath and get ready for sleep. Even the adults seemed pretty weary from traveling. We decided to continue this later and went our separate ways.
エリカちゃんも一緒にどう？
Hey, Batchface Beats.
トランプ。
お気持ちだけで結構です。客人の分もわきまえず、ちょっとすっきりすぎました。今夜はおとなしく休もうと思います。自分が遭難者であることをすっかり忘れていましたから。
まったくだぜ。とても溺れてたとは思えない元気さだ。
若さね。でも楽しかったわ。あなたのおかげで推理が一層進んだ気がする。
I struggle to reconcile in my head the thought of Eva being incredibly chirpy and happy at the thought of a complete outsider waltzing in and contributing significantly to them making advancements in solving the epitaph, which is strictly a family thing. You know, it's about the inheritance, which is a very sensitive topic. Yet she's like, oh, I had such a great time. Everyone likes Erika because she's just that awesome. Alright.
もし私が黄金を見つけたら、100万円くらい分けてあげるわ。
Yeah, see this side. Okay, Eva.
せめて気前よく1億ぐらいドーンとは言えんのか。
結構です。私に興味があるのは謎解きだけですので。
Like a true detective.
それではこれで失礼します。おやすみなさい。
おう、おやすみ。
あら、バトラ君は上に行かないの？
俺はちょっと面白くなっちまったんで、もう少しここで考えをまとめてみます。第一の番を示す文字列さえ分かれば、きっと一気に道は開けると思うんすけどね。
Everyone went up to the second floor one by one. Only Auntie Rosa remained behind, cleaning up the coffee cups everyone had been drinking out of. Kiria-san and some others had offered to help, but since Auntie Rosa had refused this, she was washing them all alone. Since I'd just been treated to such delicious coffee, I decided to help too. I wasn't just doing it because I felt obligated. I wanted to keep discussing the epitaph with someone.
第一の番、第一の番。ローザおばさんはなんか思いつく文字列とか言葉あるっすか？
さあ、私には全然。でも第一の番じゃなくて第10の番はちょっと気になったかしら。
第10の番？何ですか？
黄金鏡って単語何度も出てくるでしょ。
出てきますね。
なぜか第10の番だけ旅は終わり黄金の今日、いえ里ね。黄金の里へ至るだろうって書かれているの。どうしてここだけ黄金の里と書かれているのか気になってね。
I always have some funky beverage. They are not that funky at all. This is just red orange juice. That's literally all it is. I can't read this so. I haven't had alcohol on stream, come on. Before I've had like cola with sometimes with a slice of or sorry, when there was a slice of lemon that was Pepsi. Not sponsored. And I don't remember what else. I've had teas and maybe some other kinds of juices, but yeah, no alcohol. You've never heard of red oranges? Oh, they're amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this part because it was pointed out in the beginning as well. If it has something to do with, like, if what you do with every Twilight is to process a word or a set of characters and make modifications, maybe it's just that that's what you end up with at the end or something like that. Anyway. Or blood oranges, okay. Blood orange. It sounds funky, so I don't call them that. All the kinds of stuff, yeah, well... I only have like just a very vague sense of maybe what it could be, because I don't know kanji, so... Right.
本当だ。
Blood red for Umineko. I really did not make that connection. I just saw it in the store today and I was like, oh yeah, me likey. I'm gonna drink it. That's literally all it was. Gauchi orange. Oh no.
確かに。他はみんな黄金鏡って書かれてるのに。
Even though all the rest are written Golden Land, the 10th Twilight is the only one where it's different. And Home of the Gold is written instead. I wonder if the word home has some kind of special meaning.
しかし、バトラ君とあのエリカちゃんって子はすごいわね。
Oh, really? Alright, that's cool then.
発想が本当に柔らかい。私なんかもうおばさんだから頭が全然回転しないのよ。今日の鍵の選び師6人は6文字を間引けという意味だという推理は見事だったわ。
I'm not buying it.
そう聞かされちゃったらもうそうにしか思えないけれど、それまでは全然そうだと思わなかったものね。自分の頭の硬さが嫌になるわ。
そんなことないっすよ。ローズおばさんだって頭十分柔らかいっすよ。その黄金の里って発見は何かの鍵になるかもしれないじゃないっすか。
とんでもない。カチカチよ。私なんてついこの間までは第1の番というのは黄金鏡までの道中の10分の1の場所だとか思ってたんだから。
なんすかそれ。面白そうだから聞かせてくれませんか。
だって第1の番の前の行に黄金鏡へ旅立つべしって書いてあるでしょ。そして10日をかけて旅をするわけだから、これはその旅の途中のお話なんだろうと思ったの。
I don't know what to make of the character's behavior here. And how true it's actually to the essence of the actual characters that they're based on, because like they're the pieces on the board, and I guess Burn and Lambda Delta are having a ball with them. But I don't believe for a second in this act of like, oh, I'm so old, my mind is not that flexible, oh, my mind's so stiff, oh, I was just thinking this stupid thing, and then she describes it, and it probably makes perfect sense, and it actually helps in deciphering it. And yes, she was capable to do it before. So that's why I'm just... Big brain. There's this whole game of putting herself down. It can be just as innocent as, you know, kind of like a defense mechanism she has developed as the youngest sibling, to kind of like get out of the range of, you know, being any sort of trouble or being perceived as any sort of trouble by her older siblings, just to, you know, not have things happen to her, and just kind of skate through. But it can also be just her putting on a facade and just kind of scared what that is. But maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I've just been through too much through this, and there's like nothing there. But yeah, that's kind of like what's going on behind. That's why I'm making this face. It's just like, Just what she wouldn't do. Okay. I understand. I'm just not yet settled in with this new framework, I guess. So I still question it. Like, I have a reaction like I'm having right now to Rosa, but I'm questioning it more profoundly than before because the framework has changed. So, yeah. Oh, I forgotten that line, but yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
旅確かに
Exactly. See, you're much more eloquent at putting this into a simple sentence, not like me meandering through words. What are words? What is English? I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
それで旅を始めて最初の一晩目のキャンプで6人を生贄に捧げて、ならその場所ってどこだろう？スタート地点から何キロ目？
You want more meander?
なんてね。内緒よ。おばさんバカだから黄金の里のことずっと黄金の京って読んじゃってて。
It's gonna trigger me every time. I'm not very clever. Okay. Also, she called herself Obasan, so... Oh, wait, maybe she meant it in terms of aunt, not old lady. Okay, okay, then that's my bad.
ほら、京って言うと京都みたいでしょ？だから、お父様の故郷から京都までの旅路の最初の10分の1の地点に何か秘密が隠されてるんじゃないかって思って。
いや、めちゃくちゃ斬新っすよ、その発想。10日をかけての旅の最初の1番目の場所。そこの地名が鍵か。
それを知るにはスタート地点とゴール地点がわからないとね。スタート地点は分かってるの。お父様が懐かしむ故郷は分かってる。お父様は少年時代をとても遠方で過ごされたのよね。でも問題はゴールの黄金鏡ね。一体どこのことなのかしら。それが分からなきゃ私の説もさっぱり。長いことここで行き詰まってたんだけど、今日のバトラ君たちの推理を聞いてて、やっぱり私の恥ずかしい勘違いだったんだわって思い知ったわ。
いや、それはそれで、きっと面白い発想だと思います。
Battler mentions that Rosa was always perceived by most people to be a very nice and humble person. I guess so. I guess that was the impression she wanted to create.
スタートとゴール。10日間の旅。その、最初の一晩目の到達点。
案外バトラ君ならポロッと解けちゃったりしてね。もしおばさんのヒントで解けたなら1割の半分でもいいから分けっこしてね。約束よ。
She gave me a wink and a smile, which almost made my heart jump a little, even though she was my aunt. As I helped her wash the coffee cups, I kept pondering the epitaph's riddle silently. Ay. After I finished helping Auntie Rosa and went into the corridor on my way to the bathroom, I saw Erika unlocking the door to her room on the way there.
あんたの部屋は2階じゃなかったか？てっきり上に上がって、もう部屋で休んでるのかと思ってたぜ。
ちょっと探し物をしてまして。ここにならあるのではないかと思いまして。
探し物
Oh god, no. Don't say that. No. Erika unlocked the door and opened it. A dusty smell drifted out. It was the archive. The distance between the bookshelves was too small for this to be called the library room. This was obviously a room made for storing books, not reading them.
探し物ってのは本なのか？
本と言いますか。まあ、資料です。どうしてもしたい調べ物がありまして。
碑文の謎に関する探し物か？まだ諦めてなかったとは殊勝なこったな。200億の黄金は魅力か？
I hadn't given up either. Apparently, we were both bad at giving up.
まさか、私にとって興味があるのは謎解きだけ。黄金を求めるのは推理が正しかったことの証明が欲しいからだけです。仮に見つけても猫ババなんてしませんのでご安心を。
She immediately dismissed the idea, saying that she just liked solving riddles and had no interest at all in the gold. My first impression of her had been that she was a bit of a weird one, and it looked like I hadn't been wrong. I don't know. I don't know if they've helped me. I definitely don't have a solution. I don't know if I can string anything coherent together, so I would just rather go through the motions and see what the characters do with it. Because before Rosa mentioned the whole thing about the journey and I feel like that kind of means that you need to map it geographically somehow. I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking about it more as being as some sort of play on words, and that with every twilight you do something with those words or those characters or whatever. I was thinking a little bit about that part of the name. I forget which twilight it was, about the name, and I was thinking if that's Beatrice, and that's obviously a westernized name, or Western name, would that be something like, if you map it back to kanji, would have something funky to do with them? Like, for example, all the characters' names are westernized, but they're written with proper kanji, to which they give a weird reading that's not necessarily conventional, or it's not a normal way of writing that name in the kanji. Is it something like that? And that's pretty much all that I had. This thing with the geography, I hadn't thought about it in the way that Rosa explained it right now, so I didn't have that piece, and I don't know. I don't know. Sorry about that. Please don't bug me about the main mystery either, because I don't know anything about it. I don't know. Okay. Let's keep going. those are just like, you know, fragments of thoughts. They don't necessarily have to lead anywhere, and I don't think they do. I don't think I'm anywhere near solving it. Bugs and rats go. Yeah. Yeah, so Erika started searching for the book she was after, slowly going around the
気分の
bookshelves.
謎解きなら、俺もまだ挑戦中だぜ。そうそう。さっきローザおばさんに、第一の番のヒントになるかもしれない。
伺います。
Erika asked this without stopping her search or even turning to face me.
第一の番に、の前の行に、鍵を手にせし者は、以下に従いうんぬんってのがあったろ。
鍵を手にせし者は以下に従いて黄金鏡へ旅立つべし。
ふう、もう暗記したのかよ。さすがだな。
Oh, Dezo, you're too kind. Here I have a 0 out of 10 score, so it balances out to a very average 5. I'm nothing special, it's fine.
それがどうかしたんですか？
Unless we count negative scores, in which case I might excel in the opposite direction.
黄金鏡へ旅立つべし。だろ？ローザおばさんは、第10の番。すなわち、10日をかけて、懐かしき故郷から黄金鏡へ向けて、旅に出る。ということを連想したらしい。
実はそれは私も気づいてました。
Of course you did, because you're so smart and great.
10日かかる旅路の1日目にたどり着く場所。そこから生贄を捧げる。
ああ。ローザおばさんもまさにそれを想像した。面白い推理だと俺も思う。10日の旅の初日にたどり着く場所。その土地、もしくは地名が鍵になるんじゃねえかってな。
地名が鍵になるのではないかという推測は私もしています。だから資料が見たいんです。推測を確信に変えるために。
あんた、探し物は何なんだ？
Then Erika's hand suddenly stopped and she slowly pulled it out. Then, as she dusted it off, she finally looked at me and spoke.
地図帳です。
なんとか1日目をしのぎましたね。
We're back on this. Oh no. Natsuhi could be seen in the study. When she muttered as though to herself, gold butterflies appeared and formed into the shape of a person. You're
楽観はできんぞ。
You're asking me, or you're talking about the character? Dezo.
このままぼんやりと過ごし、明日をしのげるとは思えぬ。
やはりお父様が不機嫌で出てこないというだけではごまかしきれませんか。
Both kind. No, I was just... I'm sorry, but she's so stuck up. I couldn't help but make that face. Oh, I already figured all these out. I'm looking for an atlas. Okay, we went from the extreme of Rosa putting herself down to her. Okay, and now we're back to this. Everything's a mess.
去年の時点で相当の不信を持たれていたようだ。
Of course she is.
それにより膨れ上がった毒素は今やとぐろを巻くかのようにこの書斎を取り囲み締め上げている。
Not because the situation that you've put yourselves in is really messed up. And you're hiding a body for over a year. No, 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 no. It's because of the toxin. Okay.
去年から疑われていただけではないでしょうな。
そうですね。それだけでは説明がつかないくらいに毒素は濃密に練り上げられています。おそらく金蔵様の死を去年の時点から疑い、今年の会議にて暴こうという強い意志があったに違いありません。去年の時点から騙しきれていなかったということですか。
残念ながらそうお考えになる方が今はよろしいかと。明日も台風はとどまり、迎えの船は明後日になります。つまりあと最低でも36時間を持ちこたえねばならないということです。
夏日の目には見えぬであろうが、この部屋を閉ざす密室結界は極めて強固なものだった。それが今夜だけでボロボロに擦り切れ、嵐を待つ枯葉のようなありさまだ。
いいえ、まさに嵐の真っ只中にありますよ。夏日様、私は密室結界を別のものに変えることを提案いたします。別のものというのはどういう意味ですか？つまり作戦を変えるという意味ですか？
さようでございます。私とワルギリア様で去年のものに近い結界を再構築します。
つまり去年のように金蔵を極力書斎の外に出し、毒素の影から影へと綱渡りをさせるということだ。危険ではあるが、わらわもそれを提案したい。
何ですって？
What does that even mean?
今さら作戦を変えるというのですか？籠城では切り抜けられぬと分かった以上、城を捨てることも考えねばなりません。
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hopium rocket tanks ready. Oh boy.
この書斎はもはや敵兵に囲まれ城壁さえも破られかけた城に同じ。座せは死を意味するならば、玉砕を求めて最後の出陣をするのも手でしょうな。降伏できぬ戦いでしょうから。
お父様の秘密は最後の最後まで絶対に死守します。
The framing of the sentence. It's father's secret.
それを蹴取られれば言い繕う余地など何もない。主人の横領は白日の下にさらされ、後ろ宮家の名誉は失墜します。断固としてそれだけは防がねばなりません。
落ち着け。分かっておるわ。クラウスの錬金術はじきに大勢を迎える。今年を乗り切ればなんとかなるのだ。だからうろたえるでない。
しかし去年と同じ手では無理だとして取った作戦がこの籠城なのですよ。一度は無理と切り捨てた作戦を再び選ぶのは愚の骨頂ではありませんか？一体今さらどういう筋書きを作るというのですか？それは私とロノウェイで用意します。お任せを。幻想を生み出すのは魔女たちの役目。夏日様はそのご許可をくださるだけで結構でございます。
お師匠様もロノウェもこういう時は実に頼れるぞ。片翼のわしの使用人どもも家具としては優秀だ。お師匠様たちが魔法を再構築すればそれを守るために働くだろう。今からでも決して遅くはない。金蔵を書斎から出し、その幻想を歩き回らせよう。
その作戦を長く検討し、それでも有効なものが見出せなかったから籠城を選んだことを忘れましたか？急場にうろたえ軽々しく当初の作戦を投げ出すなど愚かしいことです。しかし夏日様、籠城ではもはやしのぎきれぬことは毒素の真っ只中でそれを感じ取っておられた夏日様が一番ご存知のはずです。 私は籠城の方針は変えずに、なんとか他の作戦を考えられないかと提案します。とにかくこの部屋を密室に保ちさえすれば、誰もお父様の存在を否定はできないのです。開けることのできぬ猫箱の中身を断定することなど何人にもできないのですから。
確かにそうではあるが、人間どもは不条理であるぞ。密閉した猫箱とてケーキの箱に群がるクロアリのように箱を食い破って中に入ることもあり得る。ベルンカステル教の駒も気になるしな。
エリカ様が晩餐の話題をさらってくださったのは幸いでした。おかげで今夜の親族会議をお開きにできる雰囲気を生み出してくれたのですから。普段のように即座に親族会議となっていたら、今夜にも結界は破られていたかもしれません。
しかしそのせいでより濃密に毒素は練り上げられました。明日まで練り上げられた毒素は密室結界をたやすく侵すでしょう。籠城を続けるにせよ、やめるにせよ、どちらにせよ新しい作戦と結界を用意しなくては明日は乗り越えられません。
密室結界を破るための何かの策があるのかもしれぬな。あのエリカというこまめ、侮れぬぞ。
それを言えば、例の19年前の復讐とかいう謎の男もベルンカステル教の駒かもしれません。
This song gives me the creeps all the time. And when things suddenly change to it, it's like, oh no, what's happening?
18の駒で均衡が取れていた盤面に望まぬ駒が2つも追加された。イレギュラーが多すぎます、今年は。
ベルンカステル教は東洋趣味が終わりだったな。日本のチェス、将棋ではゲーム中に駒を追加することもできるというではないか。
ええ、可能ですよ。敵のキングの目の前に駒置き場より取り出したクイーンを置くことさえ将棋では許された切り札たる一手です。19年前を語る男はどうしているのでしょう。この島のどこかにすでに潜んでいるというのでしょうか。あのエリカという少女が漂着と称して現れることができたのです。あの男もこの台風にもかかわらず島のどこかに上陸し息を潜めているのかもしれない。
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
そして親族たちをもはや騙し切ることは難しく。
Episode 1 had its own sense of creepiness and otherworldly weird thing, which is completely separate and distinct from the others, because there you couldn't see anything. That made it so... I don't know. Yeah, if I see Beatrice in any of the other episodes doing something ridiculous, like the spawning of the towers from the ground or whatever, I just roll my eyes a little bit. But the episode 1 had that distinctive feeling to it. I don't think I prefer that over this, though. It's fine. We experienced it. We move on. Mm.
どうしてこうもイレギュラーが重なるのですか。この悪夢と偶然の奇跡をどう説明すればいいというのですか。
Natsuhi slammed the desk hard, held her head, and cringed at the pain from her overwhelming headache.
ベルンカステル教は奇跡を司る。あの御人の前にイレギュラーと奇跡は驚くにも値せぬぞ。
将棋は確かにキングの真正面に敵の駒が突如現れることを認めたゲームです。ですが、だからこそそこに隙間を作らぬ完璧な陣形を作り、キングを守る芸術的な城を構築します。
ならばやはり籠城は正しいではありませんか。
こもりきれる籠城ならばいざ知れず、今はそれを期待できる段階にありません。
壁を背負わぬキングを詰めるのは難しく、四方を分けたキングを詰めるのはさらに困難だろう。ネズミで考えよ。カゴに閉じ込めたネズミを掴むことはできよう。しかし野に逃げ出したネズミを掴むことなど、雲を掴むに等しい話よ。
Is that why she's a rat?
夏日様、どうか検討することのご許可を。金蔵様が書斎をお出になり、気まぐれに屋敷内を闊歩しながら親族の方々の目を逃れる、それが自然である筋書きを明朝までに考えます。 危険だわ。それくらいならお父様がこの部屋で機嫌を損ねられていることを演じ続けた方が。明日にも親族の方々はこの書斎の前に詰めかけるでしょう。そこの扉一枚向こう側に詰めかけるのです。そこで夏日様は金蔵様と怒鳴り合いをしているかのようなふりを一体何時間続けられるというのですか。不可能です。その不可能を何とか36時間逃げ切らねばならないのです。やれと言うならやります。私は後宮夏日、後宮家当主の妻です。それをやれと言うなら、私は何日でもここでお父様と怒鳴り合いをしているところを演じましょう。
Even Natsuhi understood that there was no way she could manage it. That she could no longer see any chance of victory from a plan which involved making an illusion of Kinzo walk around. Banging on the desk several times with tears of intense emotion streaming down her face, Natsuhi alternated between groaning from her headache and placing the blame on one thing or another. It was enough to make one feel that there was a curse which made anyone who sat in that chair do the same.
これは奥様が逃げる詰将棋ですな。詰将棋ですから相手のキングはない。決められた手数を逃げ切る以外に奥様に勝つ手はないのです。
その手数か。あと1日半もあるなんて多すぎます。
考えることをやめるでない。降参するでない。愚痴はわらわが聞こうぞ。だから音を上げるでないぞ。そなたの絶対にこの苦難を乗り越えようという絶対の意志が絶対の結果を紡ぎ出す。それこそが絶対の魔女の力。その魔力を失ってはならぬ。必ず乗り越えられると信じよ。きっと妙案は浮かぶ。だからそれを考えることを投げ出してはならぬ。
そうですね。
絶対に、いやいやいや。I'm noticing. あいやいや。
分かっています。私が乗り越えねば他の誰にも乗り越えられぬ困難なのです。
そうとも。それを乗り越えてみせよとそなたは金蔵に託されたのではないか。金蔵はそなたなら託せると認めたのだ。
お父様、お父様。
お師匠様とロノウェが手は考える。もちろんわらわも考える。だが主であるそなたの許可なくばそれも許されぬ。だからせめてそなたは戦う意志を捨てるな。諦めるな。
分かってます。分かってます。でももう疲れ切ってしまって頭痛が耐えられなくて。どうして私はこんなにも冷え切った書斎でたった一人で泣いているの。どうして主人は今ここにいてくれないの？
That is a good question. Back when dinner ended, Kraus claimed to be dizzy and went to bed early. Of course he had done this to get enough rest to ready himself for the long day ahead. But to Natsuhi right now, it felt as though he had just gone straight to sleep and pushed all of the burden onto her. However, complaining about such a thing would mean that she had failed as a wife. Wasn't it a good wife's duty to work hard and think of the family first, even when her husband was resting? Regretting even her anger at her husband and unable to determine whom she should be angry at, Natsuhi continued to sob. If only Kinzo could just speak to her kindly at times like this. Beato searched for him, but Kinzo had been nowhere to be seen in the study for some time now. Perhaps Natsuhi had noticed this as well. Though she took pride in fighting alone and supporting from behind, thinking of those as the responsibilities of a good wife, without anyone to validate what she was doing and say it was needed, she was now so frail that she couldn't even stop her own tears. Just as Beato was thinking of words she could use to console Natsuhi, Virgilia tapped her lightly on the shoulder. If words of consolation don't come from the mouth of the right person, they can sometimes do more harm than good. Therefore, Virgilia silently urged Beato that saying nothing was the best course of action for them.
お取り込み中にごめんなさい。部外者だけど発言いいかしら。
ガープ、今は慎みなさい。いえ、この場にいる限り部外者も客人もありません。発言を許します。
ありがとう。さっきロノウェイは言ったわ。これは夏日が逃げる詰将棋だとね。
Oh, I guess maybe it's something in the settings. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I did it. I think it was on by default.
詰将棋はどうして負けるの？キングがチェックメイトされるからでしょ？言われるまでもないわ。そして敵にはキングがない。だから夏日は自分のキングを逃がし続けるしかない。
I guess it depends which versions or patches they're using. I'm not educated in what options there are. I just followed instructions from Bea, I executed, and this is what we have. That's all.
なるほど。その手ですか。もうその時が来ましたか。
どういうことです？何か手があるというのですか？
夏日はゴールドスミスの死を隠す一番最初に提案してるわ。それを使う時が来たということよ。
失踪ですか？その一手を親族会議の今指すというのですか？危険すぎます。
After successfully resolving all of their problems, they would have to lay Kinzo to rest. And the way to do that was to make him disappear. One day, Kinzo would go out into the forest and never return. They wouldn't be able to find him no matter how much they searched, so he would be declared missing.
さっきリーチェも言ったわ。野に逃れたネズミを捕まえることはできない。そして森に消えたゴールドスミスを捕らえることもね。
それで言い逃れられると？この最も疑われた今にその一手を指すなど、まさに自殺にも等しい一手です。
疑われるでしょう。まさに疑惑と呼ばれるに等しい一手でしょう。
But they will not have a body, so they cannot prove it. Is that what you're going to say?
しかし、この書斎に彼らが踏み込もうともぬけの殻、金蔵様を捕らえることは永遠に不可能で、その死はこれほどまでに疑わしいにもかかわらず、立証。
36時間どころか永遠に金蔵の秘密を守ることができるんじゃない？もちろんそれにふさわしいリスクを背負うことになるけれど、
その一手を指せば確かにこの場を乗り切ることはできようが、失う名誉も計り知れぬぞ。
それでも確実にこの場を乗り切れる一手よ。もちろん疑惑を大きく背負うわ。でも死なない。
確かにそれは そうですが。
関東大震災で後宮家は本当だったら滅んでいるはずだったのよ。それを狂気の天才ゴールドスミスが再建して、あなたが守りたくなるくらいに立派に再建してみせたわ。なら今度はそれをあなたたち新しき当主夫妻がやってみせるべきなのよ。
ほう、そういう煽り方をなさいますか。
煽りじゃないわ。当主夫人としての覚悟を私は聞いているだけよ。泥をすすってでも後宮家を守る覚悟があなたにはあるんでしょ。
あります。
今がその時よ。泥をすすって生き延びられるならいくらでも飲み干しなさい。あなたは苦害を這いずって生き延び、やがては必ず栄光を取り戻す。この序列第33位のガープがそれを約束してあげるわ。ガープ。私がこのタイミングでここへ遊びに来たのは、きっとそれを望む偶然の神々のお導きでしょうよ。守ってあげる。後宮夏日、対価は不要よ。あんたに仕えてるリーチェからすでにたっぷり前払いされてるわ。
Gap seemed quite cavalier, but she was actually possessed by a strong sense of duty. She was the kind of person who just couldn't leave someone in trouble alone.
前払い？はて、わらわがいつ？記憶にないぞ。
あなたがどこにしまったか思い出せないマジックアイテムの数々。随分とちょろまかせてもらってるもの。
見つからないのはやはりそなたの仕業だったか。返せ！幻の金髄賞とムーンステッキ返
せ！ Sailor Moon references?
まだくっつけて遊んでないのに。
Those are Sailor Moon
私から授け
references.
られる魔法と作戦はそんなところよ。ゴールドスミスを誰にも見つけられない世界へ私は隠すことができる。この魔法が必要になったらいつでも言って。その直前まで夏日は他のもっと無難な作戦を思案すればいい。
確かに。選択肢を残すことは心のゆとりを残すこと。心にゆとりなくして妙案も生まれぬものです。
夏日様、夜は短くありません。ガープの手は最後の切り札とし、今は策を練りましょう。そのご許可をどうか。そして必ず成し遂げられるという信頼と魔力と絶対の信念を我らにお与えください。
あんたが信じれば私がそれを叶えるわ。あんたが疑えばそれも私が叶える。未来も。あなた。
Sorry, I was too fast there. Having Kinzo go missing, and doing it right in the middle of this family conference. That was truly a last resort. Hiding this final trump card in her heart, Natsuhi decided that she would grope around for a different plan until the last second. After all, this long, long night had only just begun. Yeah, when are you gonna sleep, woman? And it was long not only for her. Burncastle and her pieces had just as much time.
Ashiをえぐりて殺せ。これで完成だ。
なるほど。やはりえぐるとはそういう意味だったんですね。またしても私の推理は正解でした。
The feel of the last one was clearly different from all the ones before, making the two of them almost certain that they had activated some sort of mechanism. However, as far as a quick glance could tell, there was no dramatic change, such as an entrance of some sort opening. Apparently, they would need to do just a little more before they could find us.
すげえよ、お前は。これで本当に黄金が見つかったら、俺とお前で山分けだな。
知的興奮を楽しめただけで十分です。私が好きなのは謎解きだけ。報酬はそれが正しかったことの証明だけで十分です。
She shrugged it off, saying that just seeing the gold would be enough. Then she crouched down, peering fixedly at the gimmick that made up the key. It's no exaggeration at all to say that this girl really loves solving riddles. Her fondness for treasure hunting is fueled by a romanticism regarding the process of finding hidden things, and she has no interest whatsoever in getting the treasure for herself and becoming a billionaire or whatever.
なるほど。よくもこんな仕掛けを。あなたたちの不運は私をこの島に迎えたことでしたね。ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
As she said this to the mechanism she had exposed, she grinned at it. That smile had a bit of triumph on it, but it was more fully characterized by the small bit of unpleasant disdain it contained. After solving the riddle, she was probably reveling in the pleasure of having won against the one who had proposed it, as well as the way she could now scoff at this person.
これで黄金が見つかれば、次期当主はクラウスさんでなくあなたですね。
Probably if you Google like an encoding or decoding site for Rot 13, you find something. So you probably just copy paste it in the text field and it translates it for you. I'm assuming. I haven't looked it up myself. I have not been looking at whatever code thing is you leave in my chat. So I don't know what you're saying. Right. Ah, sorry.
どうだろうな。
クラウスさんってちょっと傲慢な方じゃないですか。
The pot calling the kettle black, or is it the other way around? Whatever, you know what I mean.
偉そうって言いますか。
A braggart. I don't know if I've heard that word before.
そのクラウスさんが一夜明けたら、おいに黄金も次期当主の座もかっさらわれていたなんて、なんだか愉快ですね。
Oh. Oh, that's so cute that you're playing chess together. Erika was still crouched down as she spoke, her back to Battler as she toyed around with the mechanism.
ジェシカさんでしたっけ？私に意見した女の子。あの子、自分の父親が次期当主だと威張ってましたね。
She was defending her dad, of course.
彼女は今夜が明け、バトラさんが全ての黄金を受け継ぎ、自分の父親がもはや次期当主で亡くなったことを知ったら、どんな表情を見せるんでしょうね。
別に俺は200億を独り占めする気は毛頭ねえぜ。ま、せいぜい1割ももらえりゃお腹いっぱいさ。あとは親族で仲良く分けりゃいい。次期当主なんてもっと興味がねえぜ。クラウスおじさんに喜んで押し付けさせてもらうぜ。
果たしてそう簡単な話で済むでしょうか。それを推理することよりは、今はジェシカさんが明日どんな表情をしながらどんな負け惜しみを口にするかの方が推理の対象としては楽しい気がします。
Why is rubbing it in other people's faces the first thing that you think about?
お前
Resign.
性格悪いな。
Instead of sign, resign.
おや、謎解きが好きという時点で推理できませんでした？私、人が隠すことを暴くのが好きな知的蹂躙者なんですよ。
An intellectual rapist? What? Excuse me?
碑文の謎解きもそうです。
じいさまが満を持して隠した黄金を暴いてやりたかったんだろ。
ええ、最初はそうでしたが、途中から目的が変わりました。
途中？何に？
ジェシカさんです。私の推理に口を挟み、口実かつ高尚な時間を汚しました。だからあのジェシカという子に思い知らせたくて、碑文の謎を解くことに目的を変えたんです。
お前本気で言ってんのか？
私はどんな相手でも屈服させます。それが私の唯一の優越です。
はいはいはいはいはい。
まだ推理必要ですか？後ろ宮ジェシカは私をムカつかせた。だから私は身の程を思い知らせてやりたくて碑文を解くことにした。
Okay.
そこから導かれる今の私の感情。
We're fine. We don't need more explanation. It's
推理
okay.
可能ですか？
This time I turned my back on her in earnest. Did I get so caught up in the fun of this riddle-solving game that I allowed her to lead me into making a terrible mistake? That's right. I could have worked out that this would happen. With the riddle solved, the relatives will probably get into an uproar about who will be the successor to the head. Dad and Kitty-san will probably make a fuss about how I, the discoverer, should be the successor, and the other relatives not thrilled with that prospect will probably oppose them. Despite how adamant Erica was about it, it isn't written anywhere that the one who solves the riddle of the epitaph becomes the successor. Because of this, it leads to a fight between those who are willing to accept that and those who aren't. To reason out what will happen next, as Erika suggested, put a ring on it. Oh, Chidarin. It will probably turn into an ugly fight between Uncle Kraus and the rest of the relatives. When Jessica finds out I've solved the riddle, will she admire me or curse me? I don't want to think about that now. Erika was still mumbling. Apparently, she had already started trying to reason it out. As I began to feel very bad, I lazily gazed out into the black night. Then... Oh no. Oh no. I have a pit in my stomach. Oh, what's gonna happen? Then I looked at the dimly lit outdoor light and saw the silhouette of a person in front of it. I thought I must be seeing things. After all, it was unthinkable that someone would have been standing there the whole time, pounded upon by the rain without even an umbrella. However, the silhouette didn't move an inch, and maybe... No, it couldn't be. It was looking at me. Not creepy at all. No, no, no. And it was... Grandfather. In that instant I understood. Grandfather had probably been watching us solve the riddle the whole time. From the depths of hell, maybe. And he had seen us as we spectacularly solved the entire riddle of the epitaph. Without a doubt, the grandfather smiled faintly. Without a doubt. Grandfather, who had never worn any expression that was moody or frightening, looked at me in the face and smiled at me for the first time. Almost as though he was saying, too smart for your own good. Or else, I never thought it would be you. However, this was the result, chosen by grandfather's epitaph. So I was sure that he had accepted that result. He grinned one final time. Of course, he didn't use words. His smile seemed to be a silent expression of a single word, superb. You're figuring all of this out, like in the dark, in the pouring rain? Okay. I didn't know how I should respond. I couldn't do anything but stand there in shock, ignoring Erika, as she crouched down mumbling with her back towards me. Then grandfather stretched a hand out from the folds of his cloak and pointed at something. When I looked in that direction, what I saw there, the thing he was pointing at, was probably the guidepost to the Golden Land. Go. Grandfather had undoubtedly said that one word. Undoubtedly. I nodded to show that I understood. Seeing this, grandfather nodded back, satisfied. Then, with a spin of his cloak, he disappeared, seeming to melt into the darkness. The expression on his face at the end was a truly and finally satisfied smile. Without a doubt, through the dark and rain and in the middle of the night, after all of this intense mental strain, without resting, sleeping, or whatever, you saw that. Okay.
私の推理
Who cares anymore?
あれが黄金鏡への道しるべだ。
え？あ、さっきと向きが変わってる。なるほど。あちらへ進めという意味ですか。良い観察力ですね。
じいさまに教えてもらった。
え？金蔵さん？
Just Kinzo things, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know this. I'm trying to just roll with whatever, you know? If I sit to question and try to explain everything on the spot, I stay stuck. I never move. So I let it go and try to see where it leads instead, I guess.
どこに？
行くぜ。見せてもらおうじゃねえか。黄金鏡ってやつを。
We started to walk. The entrance to the Golden Land was right there.
我が碑文がついに解かれたか。そしてバトラーがか。
He speaks as if he's choking or something.
愉快この上なし。
When I think about it, I was also ahead that no one saw coming. How interesting that the one who will succeed me as head is also a person no one saw coming.
これにて我が生涯に一切の未練はなし。ベアトリーチェそなたのもとへ行くぞ。我が碑文が選びし奇跡を手土産にな。
Battler of all people. That's Battler. What does that mean?
我が生涯の最後の最後に我は真の奇跡を見たり。ベアトリーチェ
Certainty and miracles everywhere.
この賭けは私の勝利だ。
I don't like that sound of water. Hey Zeku. Yeah, I guess so. Oh. I don't like this music. Always bad things come along with this music. I don't like the way Battler is laughing. I don't want my Battler corrupted by the gold. Or, you know, driven insane by the discovery of the gold. I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. Battler teacher, let's go. No.
体食性以外には金に換金物としての利便性を見出すことはできませんね。これを現金化するには随分の手間をかけそうです。
It's the bragging rights. You don't get it. Yeah, Dezo, I highly doubt that's what it's gonna be. At the end of a crude underground tunnel in a VIP room, which was so beautiful that it seemed out of place. And there's a bed there. Why is there a bed there? There was a pile of gold so large that there could be no doubting it's 20 billion yen worth. Erika was calm, but Battler couldn't suppress his excitement. As for which of the two was the correct reaction to show after seeing a mountain of gold, only those who saw the scene with their own eyes could say for sure. If anything, I'm grateful that it made me laugh. That must be the happy end now, right? Right? No. This music, it never brings about the happy end. No. In this day and age, it's said that an average salaryman earns about 200 million yen in wages over his life. And this is 20 billion yen worth of gold. With even 1/100th of this gold mountain, a single human could live their entire life without working. What is labor? Isn't it the very point of a human's life, since a person who doesn't work cannot eat? If so, then 200 million yen is enough to make a single person's life complete. Is it though? Is it? And this is 20 billion yen. This would account for the labors of 100 humans, no, a single human life 100 times over. Of course, if you still wanted to work, you could. Any money you gained as a result could all be used to play with. Oh god. After all, you would already have enough money to live for your entire life. No, for eternity. No, wait, I mustn't keep it all to myself. I can split it up among 100 people. If I could create a world where a full 100 humans wouldn't have to work for their whole lives. Just what kind of world would that be? A very, very bad one. Yeah, there's no doubt at all.
ここが黄金鏡なんだ。
というわけで、ベルンバトラは見事に黄金を見つけましたとさ。
Bern Butler. Ay, 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 ay.
めでたしめでたし。肝となる部分は少し伏せさせてもらったけど、そのくらいの意地悪はしてもいいわよね。
ああ、そこは好きにしな。非分の謎がどういう謎々でどういう答えだったのかというミクロな見地に興味はね。大事なのはその結果、黄金が10トン発見されたという事実の方だ。
The gold was discovered in the third game as well by Auntie Eva. Auntie Rosa had also witnessed it. However, the two of them hadn't spoken of the gold's discovery to anyone. In other words, there was a chance that the gold's discovery was a catbox truth kept between the two of them. which meant that it was possible that the gold didn't exist and it was just an illusion.
しかし俺がとうとう見つけちまったわけだ。猫箱が開かれちまった。
副将ごっこは時間の無駄だから先にサービスしてあげる。この黄金の山は本物よ。ここに積まれたインゴットは全て本物の純金。レプリカとか偽物とかそんな騙しは一切なし。
よし、わかった。この黄金は認めるぜ。だが認められないものがまだある。
そうよね。会っちゃったものね。金蔵に。
金蔵は幻想のはずなのに、あなたさっき出会っちゃったわよね。やっぱりこれは魔法なんじゃないのかしら。
ほざけ。俺は一言もじい様と言葉を交わしちゃいねえ。じい様と言葉を交わしたような気持ちになっただけだ。いい加減にしろ。同じ手はもう通用しない。
ならほらどうぞ、青き真実。
おそらく俺は非分の謎を解き興奮状態にあった。それで何かをじい様と見間違えたんだ。例えばそれは暗がりの木立に引っかかった何かのシートかカバーで、それが漆黒のマントを羽織ったじい様に見えたのかもしれない。その結果俺はじい様と何かのやり取りをしたように誤解したんだ。
青き真実、有効ね。まあ私も全く同じことを青で語ったわけだけど。
それで通ったのか。赤き真実で反論は。
今のところはね。
The me who had let out a strange yell in front of the gold mountain was finally starting to regain his cool. Yes, please. Now that we'd found it, there was no covering it up. I faintly thought about keeping this discovery a secret. However, Rika wanted to prove that her own reasoning was correct by announcing this fact to everyone. Oh, this... Sure. She really is an intellectual rapist, just as she says. How many times is this game gonna make me say that? I don't want to say that. I feel, in a way, violated just by being made to say it. The puzzle-solving game is what's important to her, and she doesn't intend to take any responsibility for what happens after the riddle is solved. A riddle is sort of like a lock. Locks exist to be locked. And whenever a lock is locked, there is a meaning behind locking it. Therefore, there should also always be a meaning behind breaking one open and exposing what it protects. However, this girl has made the exposure itself her final goal, and she doesn't plan on taking responsibility for anything that happens later. Maybe the true storm to hit Rokkenjima isn't the typhoon, but her. She won't keep this discovery secret. She'll definitely announce it to brag about her success. And then she'll call a real storm down upon this island. I won't be able to keep this covered up. Then, in that case, there's nothing to do except announce this fact fairly. I can't imagine what will happen after that. Piano time. Yes. As she grinned, Erika muttered to herself. She must have been predicting the uproar the relatives would soon bring about. To her, imagining that was much sweeter than 20 billion yen in gold.
ただ非分がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
I'm unimpressed. Knock, 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 knock. Thank you, game. We got that. The sudden sound of someone banging fiercely on the door brought Natsuhi to her senses. She had probably nodded off in the study while planning how they would overcome the next day. I guess that answers my question of when she would sleep. But what could it be at a time like this? More importantly, the knock itself was strange. If someone had wanted to contact her, they would have just used the internal phone line. She had told them that she would be here. Realizing that something strange was going on, Natsuhi shook her head one more time, completely throwing off her drowsiness.
お父様、お父様、エヴァです。至急、重要なお話があります。
It was Eva's voice. What is this? I thought I told them to lock the doors and windows of the mansion tightly after everyone left for the guest house. So why is Eva here? Natsuhi ran up to the door, responded with a small knock, and spoke through the door in a quiet voice.
何事ですか？想像し。
夏日姉さん？なんでこんな時間にあんたがお父様の書斎にいるのよ？
静かになさいと申し上げています。当主様が何よりも沈黙と静寂を好まれることをお忘れですか？
今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃないのよ！ご託はいいから、とっととここを開けなさい！お父様を出して！
当主様は先ほどお休みになられたばかりです。何のご用か存じませんが、明日私が伺います。
あんたなんかに用はないわよ！いいからさっさとここを開けなさい！
Sometimes all one's schemes and assumptions can fall apart due to the most direct, simple, and emotional of strategies. This is bad. You think? If I open the door, Eva will probably throw herself forwards and rush into the study. Now, I can't even open this door. At that moment, the phone suddenly rang. It's alright. Both of the keys to the study are here. No one can open this door. Natsuhi inched away from the door and grabbed the receiver.
もしもし、夏日です。
私だ。夏いことになった。急いで客間に降りてきてほしい。
It was from Kraus. His tone was strained. What in the world happened?
バトラ君とあのエリカという客人が魔女の碑文を解いて黄金を発見したらしいのだ。
それは本当に？
ルドルフたちが押しかけてきている。これからバトラ君が全員立ち会いのもとに黄金の場所に案内すると言っている。
今書斎の扉の前でエヴァさんが開けろと騒いでいます。今開けたら書斎の中に押し入ってくるかもしれません。わかった。
私もそこに行く。エヴァには構うの。何もせずにそこにいるんだ。扉の前からエヴァを追い払ったら合図するから、すぐに出てきたまえ。いいな。
Right after that, Kraus came up the staircase, accompanied by Genji. A heated debate started between him and Eva. Open up. No, calm down. In the middle of that, there was a small knock as a signal. Kraus had skillfully pushed Eva away from the door and distracted her. During that gap, Natsuhi slipped out of the study and quickly shut the door. Eva noticed this and her face twisted in disappointment, but the heavy sound of the autolock had already rung out and the door had been sealed.
碑文の黄金が見つかったのよ。お父様にご報告するのが筋でしょうが。それとも何？お父様にはそれを伝えられない都合でもあるの？
親父殿からは床についたら何があっても起こすなと厳命されていてね。
Hey, Tustaters. Oh no, you've been sick. Oh, so sad to hear that. Please take care of yourself and I hope it passes soon. Everyone around me is getting sick, as like a bunch of colleagues at work. If you look at my work chat, they all have like the list of names, and next to them there's the status emoji with out sick for I don't know how many days. Sick. Something is really going around, so take care of yourself, please. It's that time of the year, yeah, I guess so. Hmm.
それを守るのは当主代行の務めだよ。そうだろう？
源氏さん。はい。親方様のお休みは何があろうとも乱すことは許されません。
それも時と場合によるでしょうが。だって碑文が解けたのよ。お父様には真っ先に知る権利があるわ。
もちろん明日当主様には全てを私たちから報告します。それが当主代行である私たちの役目ですから。
そんなの知らないわよ。いいからこの扉を開けなさいよ。お父様に会わせなさい。お父様、お父様、聞こえていますか？
The weird feeling in my stomach.
エヴァです。ここを開けてください。離してよ。痛い。
私たちが話を聞くと言っている。やかましく扉を叩くな。
離してよ。離しなさいよ。
クラウス様、エヴァ様、親方様がお休み中と申し上げております。これ以上はお控えください。
When Genji spoke firmly, the two finally ceased their scuffle. It seemed that Genji, the one who had spoken for Kinzo since they were very young, still possessed an air of dignity strong enough to handle both Kraus and Eva. Eva put her argument aside for the time being. She could worry about that after seeing the gold with her own eyes. After all, not even she had yet seen it for herself. Natsuhi and the others had managed to deal with this crisis somehow. However, the demon's move, which would sneer upon their efforts, was already in motion.
バトラが碑文の謎を解いたというのか。
エリカなる娘にだいぶ助けられたとはいえ、たどり着いたのはバトラーだった。エリカは黄金鏡の権利を放棄すると宣言している。よってバトラが黄金鏡にたどり着きし者だ。
運命とは実に面白いものです。バトラ様がたどり着くとは。
どうするのです、ベアト。碑文の謎を解く者が現れたなら儀式は取りやめる約束ですよ。
そういう取り決めであったな。
そういう取り決めだ。
バトラ様はどうやら黄金鏡の主となられるおつもりがないようだ。我らの主となる者はもはや現れぬようですな。
それもまた運命です。ゴールドスミス教とのご縁で人間の世界に権限して数十年。とても楽しい時間でしたよ。
やだ、リーヤ。ババ臭い。で、どうするわけ？リーチェとゴールドスミスのルールなら、バトラが碑文を解き、主となることを選ばない以上、私たちはこれでお役御免じゃないの？
そうであるな。私に未練は何もない。いつでも呼吸とすげ蹴落とされる覚悟はできておるぞ。
待て。そうはいかぬ。そなたの心残りはないかもしれぬが、わらわはまだ夏日に仕えておるぞ。バトラが碑文を解いたからお役御免では、あまりに義理を書くというもの。魔女は契約違反を許さぬが、不義理もまた許されぬ。
でしょうな。親族会議を終えるまでは、きっちりとお使いするべきでしょう。
となると、ゴールドスミス教ももうしばらくはお役御免とはなりませんね。無事に親族会議を乗り越え、せめて夏日様にお別れの挨拶と、もしできるならこれまでの努力をねぎらわれるべきかと。
あれもよく愚足を支えてきたものよ。
貴様など片刃をもがれた打天使ではないか。
The therapist scene? What do you mean?
揃わぬ翼なら置き土産に捨てていけ。
You mean the part about the intellectual rapist? Yeah.
それもよかろう。
I don't like thinking about it.
夏日ならば我が翼を背負うにふさわしいかもしれん。しかしここからが正念場となるぞ。褒美は用意した。無事にこの試練を乗り越えてみよう。夏日。
Sure she is. I have no problem if you guys perceive her that way, and if you like her and you wanna like just gush over her, go ahead. All the power to you. I personally just cannot. I can't. At least not at this moment in time. The mountain of gold left everyone speechless. Regardless of how strongly they had believed in its existence, no one could look at this much real gold and not be shocked.
こんな場所があるなんて。
信じられん。親父め。
Everyone was stunned by the gold. The first one to break the silence and jump around in ecstasy was Hideyoshi. Letting out an excited laugh, he clung to the wall of gold, and he felt the cold, hard touch of it all over his cheek. I guess that's an interesting reason to like someone. Oh, this one. I don't stand with the rats. Well, first of all, so far, the only connection with a rat or a mouse has been made through that comparison that you can trap a rat, or sorry, a mouse. It was a mouse. They said mouse in the translation at least. When it's in a cage, but not when it's like running in an open field. That's the only thing that they said about her in that direction. So I still don't know why everyone's calling her a rat. But even if they did, just because she has something to do with mice or rats, that doesn't mean I have to automatically like her. Her design is kind of mouse-like. Okay, sure. It can be an interesting duality because she's Burn's self-insert and Burn is like cat-like, I guess.
こりゃすごいで。
I think it's based on it, isn't it? Yes, it's a thing that yells good over and over again. Oh, this one.
ほんまもんやで。
親父め、こんな黄金をこんなふざけたところに溜め込みやがって。
これだけあればもう何も怖くない。
Yeah, okay. See, that's... Thank you, Super Paper. That's what I was thinking. That it's based on it. Because I always see it in the credits and stuff. Like, it's not the OG very first one, right? Because if I understood it correctly from the guys in chat, they translated it as it was coming out without having the full picture of the novel. Erika makes Beatrice seem gracious. Oh yeah! By miles and miles and miles into the horizon. Yes.
どんな試練だって乗り越えられる。ローザー！姉さん、姉さん、これで私たちは幸せになれるよね。
Eva and Rosa started walking towards each other at the same time and hugged each other as they broke down crying. Two sisters! Ecstasy and shock, wonder and sighs. After stepping forward in front of the pile of gold that caused these mixed emotions, Erika spoke as though she were an announcer in some show. Fresh face. Oh, no. Wait. What? What's happening?
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんですか?
What just happened? Oh my god, how do I undo this? Fuck.
俺が知るか。
No.
腹の中ではいつどうも、この場は金蔵子供の喧嘩に余命あとわずかと宣告されてる今になってもまだ呼
How
び
do I
出され
stop you
る
from
なんて。
doing this? Hello? Okay, thank you. I did probably press fast forward accidentally when I grabbed my controller. Ay. How do I fast forward to where I was? Okay. Ay. The problem now is that it's reading by itself and I don't know how to stop it. How do I stop it? Click speed, auto mode, speed, rumble, strength, no. Yes, but is it like a full history there or only a certain amount? But yeah, right now I would want to stop it from... Oh no, it stopped. Okay, it's not doing it by itself. Okay, at least there's that. Fine. How much?
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんですか?
How further back can I go? Okay, they're talking about dividing it. Okay, we're good. It seems to have a decent chunk. Okay. Whew, I was worried about that. Okay, stop the ritual. Okay, we read that, read that. We're fine. Kinzo, blah blah blah. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Okay, the Rosa moment happens. Ecstasy and shock, wonder and sighs. Okay. How do I go back here? Oh no. How do I go back to it then? When I see it? Previous chapter, next chapter, controls. To jump to a line in game, tap on it with 3 fingers. Middle click or press Z. Okay. I wouldn't have thought about those.
腹の中では
Oh, sorry.
いつもこうなのでしょうね。
I kept meaning to grab this thing, but
どう
apparently
も
that doesn't work.
この場は金蔵さんじゃないと収められなくなるみたい。
Would you like to jump? Yes! Thank you! Okay. Okay, we learned something. I panicked. I'm calm now. Okay, I need some water. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I will be very careful what I press. Okay, well, we all learned something right now. I mean, I knew you could do it in other novels. I just hadn't done it in Umineko so far. Okay, ecstasy and shock. We experienced it plenty. Wonder and sighs. After stepping forward in front of the pile of gold that caused these mixed emotions, Erika spoke as though she were an announcer in some show.
この世が金なら、この黄金は幸せの結晶です。
Sorry, I'm just coming down with the panic rush. I'm so sorry. I will not do that again. I mean, in my defense, I've been doing this for 6 months and this is the first time it happened, so I think I have a good track record. I'll be careful. Yeah, the problem was this. It was this. Okay, so I need to make sure I don't do this again. Mm.
おめでとうございます。皆さん、この発見が皆さんの人生をより豊かなものにすることを心よりお祈りいたしております。
脱帽だわ。この島に来て丸1日さえ過ごしてないあなたが碑文を解いてしまうなんて。
1日で解けないなら何日をかけようとも解けません。灰色の脳細胞はひらめきを与えるのに瞬きする以上の時間を必要としませんので。
Wait, what? Man, the shade she's throwing at everyone, it's through the roof.
そして私一人ではこの謎を解くことはできませんでした。バトラさんの功績もどうか称えてあげてください、皆さん。私はこの発見を放棄します。推理が正しかったことが証明されただけでもう満足していますので。
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
黄金発見の功績のすべてをバトラさんに譲りたいと思います。私はここにおりますが、イボはいないものとして、バトラさんはいとこの皆さんに気づかれぬように、大人の皆さんだけを呼び出しました。それが意味するところはただ一つ。皆さんに本当の親族会議を開いていただきたいからに他なりません。
エリカ。勝手に仕切るんじゃね
え。That they're calling her out on her bullshit.
これは失礼しました。
It's the catchphrase of one of her detectives through a bunch of novels. Oh, interesting. Okay.
それでは議事の進行役を譲ります。では誰に？
Facilitator of these proceedings. Sounds so fancy. Shrugging, Erika looked around at everyone. After a short period of silence, Eva made the first move.
昼間の取り決め、全員忘れてないでしょうね。
ああ、4人で25億ずつを山分けだ。
And there we go. I'm the protagonist here. Look at me, I'm the protagonist now. Oh, yeah. I love Battler.
そして、次期当主には、さらに100億。
お待ちなさい。黄金の発見が次期当主を決めるなどと、誰が決めたのですか？
おっと、そうはいかんで、夏日さん。これまでずっとそれを前提に話を進めてきたはずやで。
Everyone is baring their fangs now.
今さらそれは白々しいとちゃうんか？
そうだわ。使用人の誰かが碑文を解いてしまって次期当主を名乗るかもしれないって怯えてたのは夏日姉さんじゃない。
どこにもそうだという明記はないがね。
卑劣感！私たち全員はそういう認識だったでしょうが。
そうだぜ兄貴。
I like this. You miserable coward. That was the way every single one of us interpreted it. Yeah. Applies to a lot of things, and particularly to how the red truth is written in a bunch of instances. Like, because it wants you to interpret it in some way, but actually it can mean something else.
今さら手のひらを返そうってのか？
明文化されてなくてもそれは間違いなく私たちの共通認識だったはず。話にもならないとおっしゃるのはどうなのかしら。当主様の碑文を勝手に解釈されるのは困ります。黄金を見つけたらそのものが次期当主になるとどこに記されているというのです。当主様の碑文は当主様が決めたもの。皆さんに決めつける権利などありません。
夏日、落ち着きなさい。
これが落ち着けるというのですか？確かに碑文を解いた功績は素晴らしいと思います。バトラ君にも何かの見返りがあっても良いとは思います。しかしそれが半分というのは明らかに逸脱していますし、それ以上に発見者だから次期当主という論法はなおまかり通りません。
卑怯だわ、夏日姉さん。今日の昼間にしてた話と全然違う。
同感だぜ。明文化されてなくても碑文を解いた奴が次期当主になるってのは俺たちの不分律で最前提だったはずだ。それをこの土壇場でごちゃごちゃ言い出すのはフェアじゃねえぜ。ああ、フェアじゃねえ。
とにかくこの黄金はお父様の黄金です。お父様の許可なく勝手に分配を決めていいものではありません。
そらない。そら卑怯やで、夏日さん。わしらその話を延々と昼間にしたんやで。昼間の話を全部チャラや言うんか？そらあんまりやで。
多数決で決めればいいのよ。黄金を発見したバトラ君が次期当主。私も夫も異議はないわ。ルドルフたちは？ローザは？
異議なんかねえぜ。バトラー、よくやった。
私も異議はないわ。バトラ君は碑文に選ばれた正当な跡継ぎよ。不満ならお父様に直接聞けばいいんだわ。
そうね。夏日姉さんの言った通り、碑文の謎を出題したのはお父様。そしてこの黄金の本来の持ち主もお父様だわ。だったらお父様に話を聞くべきじゃないのかしら。バトラ君という発見者はどう扱われるのか。
Yeah.
それについて決めていいのはお父様だけのはずだわ。
Yeah, about that.
それは
だから落ち着けと言ったのだ。
ローザとキリエさんの言う通りだわ。お父様に聞きましょうよ。もはやね、兄さんたちの出番じゃないのよ。
せやせや、お父さんを連れてこんかい。あんたらじゃ話にならへん。ほんまの親族会議を始めようやないか。眠いから明日にしろっちゅう問題に見えまっか。これ舐めとったらえらい問題になりますぜ。おう、聞いとるんかい。お前らじゃ話にならん言うとるんや。たったとお父さん連れてこんかい。
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんですか？
俺が知るか。
腹の中ではいつもこうなのでしょうね。
With that, I do agree. I agree with that.
どうもこの場は金蔵さんじゃないと収められなくなるみたい。子供の喧嘩に余命あとわずかと宣告されてる今になってもまだ呼び出されるなんて。どういう気持ちかしらね、金蔵さん。
Notice the tone and dialect there. She was speaking Hijaz at 360. 360? You know that the 360 means going back to the exact place that you were, right? Maybe you mean a 180. But definitely his accent was much thicker there and his tone was very forceful, and yeah, I felt that. it's quite striking because very often he's one of the calmer people in the room. Not now. No. Reminds me of that scene in the first Lord of the Rings movie where they're arguing about what to do with the One Ring. Somehow I feel this is worse. And Erika is rather selflessly accepting the ring. Oh, Lord.
それを想像。いいえ、推理するのもおつなものです。
The parents ignored Battler and Erika and kept yelling at each other on and on. So much for not doing it in front of the kids. And again, like, airing all of this dirty family laundry in front of a virtual stranger. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, let's not start mixing that up in this, because no. No one's gonna have any semblance of a good time. Even though Battler had more or less imagined that this sort of thing happened behind the scenes, this was the first time he had seen it, yeah. He had suspected it since 6 years ago, and he'd been able to get a pretty good idea of what this was like by the darkening expressions on his parents' faces when this time of year drew near. However, this argument his relatives were having before his very eyes was much more ugly than he had imagined. That's what the pile of gold is gonna do to you. Gonna bring out all of that nastiness and ugliness and all of the mud that flows downhill from there. He was very glad that he'd called the adults out here without letting the cousins catch wind of anything. Yeah, she is unfazed. Perhaps because everyone was tired out from this seemingly endless argument, they took a short break. Oh wow, they were able to take a break? Okay. Ah, no way, Zeku! Who would have thought? It was decided that this family conference inside the Golden Land should be moved over to the mansion. Yeah. It's such a twist. So unpredictable. This place may have been gorgeous, like a VIP room, but there was no ventilation and it was a little cold. It wasn't well suited for a long conversation. They thought of the possibility that someone might carry the gold away while their backs were turned, but it wasn't as if anyone could manage much with just human hands and a small amount of time, when they had 10 tons of gold to deal with. In fact, it even seemed as though having this mountain of gold in the background was robbing them of the ability to make sound decisions. Yeah, okay. Surprising moment of self-awareness there. So they agreed to return to the mansion, in part so that they could regain their composure and continue the conference more ruthlessly. In the middle of the night, I guess.
それでは、私は今夜はこれで失礼します。これ以上はお邪魔でしょうから。
お、悪いな。気を使わせちまったか。
あなたへのお礼は明日改めてさせてちょうだいね。恥ずかしいところを見せてごめんなさい。
あなたは辞退すると言ったけど、私たちはあなたへの感謝の気持ちを込めて第一発見者の一人にふさわしい分け前を用意させていただくわ。ねえ、兄さん。
うん。君ほどの人だ。我々の事情は察してくれると思うのね。
$20 billion yen in gold wasn't something they wanted out in the open. They didn't want an outsider like Erika telling people about it. Of course, Erika had already deduced that much. She wore an unpleasant smile on her face as though she understood it all too well.
私のことはお気になされなくて結構です。 もちろん口外する気もありません。したところで証拠を示せぬ限り誰も信じないでしょうし、今夜は良いものを見せてもらいました。眼福でしたので、私はこれでもう十分です。
そうね、10トンの黄金なんてなかなか見られるものじゃないもんね。
Getting to see the gold was the feast for the eyes? Of course not. From Erika's dark nature, it was easy to guess that she was so happy. Oh, sorry, what she was so happy about seeing. Yeah, definitely not the gold. I thought about telling her to get the hell out of here already, but I wanted out myself. I tried to head back to the guest house along with Erika. However, Kiria-san grabbed my shoulder.
バトラ君はダメよ。あなたも一緒に来てちょうだい。
せやせや、君は今や立派な次期当主なんやで。お父さんにお目通りして早くそれを認めてもらわんとな。
それを決めていいのは当主様だけです。勝手なことを決めないように。
バトラ、面倒だろうがもうしばらく付き合ってもらうぜ。お前は何も言うな。黙ってうつむいてりゃいい。分かったな。好
きにしやがれ。
It would have been easy to say that I had no interest in being successor to the head, but I was sure that would only add more oil to the fire. Even if I hadn't been ordered to keep quiet, I was certain that staying shut up like a clam was the wisest thing to do. In that case, would it really be so bad if they just let me go back to the guest house? Dad put his arm firmly around my shoulder and I told him to quit crowding me, but it didn't make any difference. Ay.
気分解けたな。
The song.
お前のお望み通りに。お前がゲームマスターの時にはいつも手紙が来るもんな。碑文を解いてみろ。解けなきゃ皆殺しだ。
Why did she want to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph? By solving it, we found a mountain of gold. Yippee for us. And what about Beto? Does she gain anything by having us find the gold? Or does she lose something?
チェスパン思考にのっとる限り、人は自らが損になる一手は打たない。だからお前は、俺たちが碑文を解くことで何か得をするはずなんだ。
いいえ、碑文を誰かが解くことでこの子が何かを得ることはありません。
いいのか、こいつに断らずに勝手に赤き真実を使っちまっても。
この子もそれを望むでしょうから。
Virgilia, who had suddenly appeared there, gave me an immediate answer to my question with the red truth.
俺は過去にベアトが碑文を俺たちに解かせようとするのは黄金の隠し場所を見つけさせて横取りするためだと推理したことがある。それも違うのか？
はい。
Yeah, no.
第一、もともと黄金鏡の黄金はこの子のもの。見つけさせる必要も横取りする必要も何もありません。
Of course, Beato is Beatrice the Golden. She is the master of the Golden Land, and the Ushiromiya family alchemist. That makes total sense. However, if that's true, that makes me even more confused. Even if someone exposes the answer to the epitaph's riddle, Beato gains nothing. No, to the contrary, she might get her own gold stolen away.
なら、ますますにわからない。碑文殺人はわかる。
Do you?
後宮家に対する復讐とか、あるいは魔女としての力を復活させるための儀式とか。
Maybe Beatrice is Mr. Beast. Oh god, no.
こいつなりの理由や目的があってやってるんだろうからな。だが、碑文の謎を解けというのには、どんな意味があるんだ。俺たちが解いても解かなくても、こいつに得るものは何もない。
I'm not really sure about the alchemist's role, position, whatever you want to call it. It's probably something to do with magic or the occult or whatever that I don't have that great of a grasp over the concept. Maybe subliminally it's also a reference to, you know, turning things into gold, and she produced a mountain of gold for Kinzo, something along those lines. You know. That's all I can think of it. I didn't really, like, question it much.
つまり、ベアトにとって、碑文の謎が解ける解けないという問題は、無価値なものなんだ。
そうですね。碑文の謎が解けても解けなくても、この子にとって得るものは何もありません。
解けても解けなくても、何の意味もない。
Too late, Texas.
それはつまり、碑文の謎自体がベアトにとって無価値だということになるんじゃないのか。
そうですね。碑文の謎はこの子にとって何の意味もない。ならばそれを無価値であると極論しても言い返せないかもしれませんね。
Beato, why are you making us solve the riddle of the epitaph? If we liken the witch you are to a pair of scales, the epitaph murders lie on one plate, and the riddle of the epitaph lies on the other plate. Because she's saying that she'll stop the epitaph murders if the epitaph is solved. In other words, the epitaph murders and the epitaph's riddle are worth the same to bed. Like two sides on a balanced scale. That means that the epitaph's riddle and massacring, yeah, the entire family have equal significance from Beato's point of view. But Virgilia responded with the red text. Regardless of whether the epitaph is solved or not, Beato has nothing to gain. If she has nothing to gain, then this epitaph's riddle is meaningless and immaterial to Beato. In that case, how much are the epitaph murders which lie on the other side of the scales and are equal to the epitaph's riddle in value? Worth to her? Good question. Think. Don't stop thinking. The epitaph murders and solving the riddle of the epitaph have equal worth. As long as the epitaph murders which are Beato's goal each time have this single way that they can be stopped, a way that she decided on herself, both are worth the same thing on her. To her. X equals Y. And whether the epitaph's riddle is solved or not, Beato gains nothing. Y equals 0. So in this case, what is X?
Oi. それじゃ、碑文殺人もまた、無意味、無価値ってことになっちまうぞ。こいつは、ご丁寧に予告状を出し、碑文に沿うように順番にバレないように次々殺していくという、めちゃくちゃ面倒な手間を払ってまで、毎度あのおかしな連続殺人を起こしてるんだぜ。その意味が、なくなっちまうじゃねえか。
Maybe he's jumping a little bit to conclusions, like... Just because she has nothing to gain, he's equating her having nothing to gain to it being meaningless, which I don't know if they're the same thing. But, okay. I've flipped over the chessboard many times exploring Beato's moves. This was always the first place I stumbled. The significance of the epitaph murders. Why did she have to commit serial murders in a way that reproduced the witch's epitaph? I'm cooking. Because it's possible for her to not gain anything, but for there to be some meaning there. Is meaning a gain? Or is there... Because it depends on how you spin it on, or what this concretely ends up being. Because I could see ways in which something that doesn't actually gain you anything still has a meaning or a purpose or serves some sort of goal. I guess. I don't know. Right, if she wanted to kill the whole Shiremiya family for revenge, it would be much simpler, safer, and more reliable if she just put poisons into their dinner, or else went around killing people one by one in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. Yeah, and we wouldn't be having this novel where we kill them over and over again, because there's something else there. Oh my god, what? Lunar Festival, what's happening? Ay, ay, ay. However, on the first evening, Beato sends us a letter that sounds like an advance notice, and then carries out what could be broadly described as 3-part serial murder, killing 6 people on the first twilight, 2 on the second, and 5 on the fourth and later. Yeah, that's where I'm stumped. That's where everything connects. That's what we're trying to figure out. To look beyond all of it, including beyond the murders. Because the meaning is not in the murders themselves. I'm guessing. I would hope. Because otherwise it would be a little bit sad. Right. We aren't fools. Once the first murders occur, we barricade ourselves in somewhere to stave off any further murders. Furthermore, we quickly suspect a culprit among us and start analyzing each other's alibis. As the victims increase, the number of suspects decreases automatically, and Beato's chances of completing the serial murder drop closer and closer to 0. Everything about the epitaph murders is full of useless ornament and empty decoration. That only seems to make it harder for her to carry out the serial murder.
こいつは自分で自分の目的の難易度。
And it means that's not the objective. Oh my god, blood. I didn't... Okay, I will let you tell the story that way if that makes you happy. Oh no. Yeah, no.
そうなりますね。おかしな子ですね。
知ってるか？ミステリー小説ではこういう非分殺人のことを見立て殺人という。
Yeah, we know that.
この見立て殺人が行われる理由を俺は3つに大別できると思ってる。
伺いましょう。
1つは非分に沿うことで証拠やアリバイをごまかし犯人に利するためだ。死んだふりをして自らを犠牲者に混ぜる古典もこれだし、非分に沿わずに殺人を犯し、その発生順序を誤解させることによってアリバイを作るのもこれだ。
なるほど。非分に沿って儀式的に殺していると見せかけて、実は自分に利するように誘導しているわけですね。面白いと思います。
だが、俺たちのゲームでは死者が赤でとどめを刺されちまう。ゲーム版の世界ではごまかせても、ここから俯瞰する俺たちはごまかせない。だから、この最も王道となる目的は違うってことになる。
となると、見立て殺人を行うあと2つの理由は？
一つは偶然。意図せずして行った連続殺人が たまたま碑文をなぞる形になり、
Yeah, that's too much of a coincidence.
目撃者たちが勝手に見立て殺人だと誤解するケース。人間はどのような事象にも因果性を求めてしまう。
That is true.
きっとそうに違いないと思ったら、そう見えてしまう生き物だ。
That is true, but when you stack them up, like coincidence, 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 maybe it's not coincidence, you know what I mean?
なるほど。
Umineko is all just one big coincidence.
それも面白いですね。ですが、どうでしょう。この子のゲームでは、第一の番の殺人以前に、常に事件が予告されている。そして、明白に非分殺人を遂行していることを示す手紙や状況証拠が次々に見つかるはずです。
ああ、そうだな。偶然なんかじゃない。ベアとは初めから非分殺人を見せつける目的で遂行している。俺たちが誤解してるんじゃない。これは明白な見立て殺人なんだ。だからこの理由でもない。
となると、最後の一つの理由になりますね。
最後の一つは、見せつけること。つまり恐怖だ。非分に沿うということは、殺人が連続するという明白な予告だ。
Oh, really? No, I had no idea. Wow.
生存者たちは、続くに違いない殺人に、ずっと怯えさせられることになる。
つまりこの子は、死の恐怖を味わわせるために、非分殺人を。
と思うと、割と収まりがいい。グロい遺体損壊も、悪趣味な装飾もすべて、俺たちを怖がらせるための演出。
誰を怖がらせるためなのですか？
だから、それは俺たちを。
After hearing that one line Virgilia spoke so casually, my thoughts clouded over once again. Is it really enough to just use the vague word us? There are a lot of people in the Ushiromiya family. There's the head and the one who holds the rank of his successor, grandfather and Uncle Kraus, our parents who have some pull in the business world. On the other side, you have the young cousins who usually visit at most once a year, and the unfortunate servants who just happened to be on duty. Even if the culprit hated all of us, they probably didn't hate all of us equally. In other words, they might have made it clear which of those among us they particularly wanted to take revenge against and terrify. If we liken this to a kid eating dessert, isn't the strawberry on top of a shortcake the part you should eat last? No one tells you that you shouldn't eat it first, but our mentality leads us into saving it for later.
じゃあ、最も恨んでいる人物を最後まで残したがるってことになるよ。ああ、俺の好きな小説の好きなキャラが言ってたぜ。そいつの親しい者から先に殺していって、悲しみを味わわせてから最後に本人を殺すってのが一番恐ろしい殺し方なんだ。みたいなことを。
おやおや、恐ろしい小説もあったものですね。桑原桑原。
じゃあ、最後まで生き残るやつが最もベアトに恨まれてるって論法になるぜ。しかし、毎回毎回殺される人間も順序もめちゃくちゃじゃねえか。最終的には死ぬにせよ、最後の晩まで毎回生き残るやつなんて。
There's only me.
先に赤で申し上げておきましょう。バトラ君は犯人ではありませんよ。
Thank you.
バトラ君は誰も殺してはいません。これは全てのゲームにおいて言えることです。
ならなおのこと、俺ってことになる。
It's always been about Battler.
こいつが非分殺人を起こす唯一の理由は、俺に見せつけるためってことになる。
Bato is always making out that she chooses who to kill next by roulette. But I'm an exception. The only exception. Though she does kill me in the end, she always leaves me be until the very last moment. In all of these supposedly random games, there's only this one unchanging constant.
こいつは俺に復讐を、
俺
に恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を行っているというのか。
I feel like that's too simplistic.
それは違います。恐怖を味わわせるのが目的ではありません。
Wow, we're getting so much red from Virgilia over here. What the heck is happening?
誰かに復讐するためのものでもありません。
なら
Spicy reds. Oh, wow, okay. Have fun, Lunar Festival. This is a long ride.
やはり非分殺人には意味なんてないことになる。
Yeah, I don't know. It's still the red truth, so let's not, like, you know, eat it all up. I'm just surprised by the volume of it. I mean, it's alright, but it's still, like, I still have a sense that it's a huge book. And Umineko being however many times longer than that just puts it into perspective, because obviously I cannot take the text of Umineko and print it out and see how much it is, right? It does feel like a lot, but I didn't realize it would be that much. It's crazy.
非分の謎も無意味。対となる非分殺人も無意味。
Yo, yo, yo,
X イコール Y イコール0。だが、その無意味をこいつは明白に俺に対して見せつけている。無意味なことと同価値の何を俺に求めているんだ。
Oh, Battler. Breathe. We need to breathe.
わからねえ。考えれば考えるほどにこいつが何を考えてるのか俺にはわからねえ。
Beatrice, the fickle witch who committed a meaningless, worthless serial murder. Even the riddle of the epitaph, which she made into a condition to suspend the serial murders, is meaningless, immaterial. And she's thrusting this meaningless, immaterial thing in front of my face. What is it that you want from me? Or else, what is it that you want to give me? Calm down, Mr. Incompetent. My idea that Beato must have been taking revenge on me has already been refuted and read by Virgilia. Both X and Y, both the epitaph murders and the epitaph's riddle, mean nothing to Beato. X equals Y equals 0, which is nobody understands them. Ay. However, since she's thrusting that in front of me, it must have some meaning. She presents us a pair of scales representing if you don't solve the epitaph, I'll carry out the epitaph murders. Neither the epitaph murders nor the epitaph's riddle have any significance by themselves. However, it becomes meaningful when she puts both halves on the scales and thrusts it out before us. No, before me. In other words, it should be like this. X equals 0, Y equals 0. X plus Y greater than 0. A scale with meaningless, weightless things on both sides, however it has weight itself and gives the rest meaning.
Marude 遊びだな。子供のじゃんけんみたいだ。
Rock, paper, scissors is the most immediate method of randomly determining a winner and a loser. You usually bet some sort of privilege on the outcome, but kids often do rock, paper, scissors just to play, without betting anything in particular. Unless you bet something, nothing but the feeling of joy or disappointment will come from a win or a loss. Oh, were you asking me? Yeah, of course, they're controlling this whole episode, so... They're just not present right now in these scenes. In other words, the two sides of the scale, winning and losing, are both valueless. However, the very act of seeing which way it will tip is the reason kids play rock, paper, scissors. After all, the kids are enjoying the communication that surrounds the game, and they aren't purely interested in the value of winning or losing. They aren't overly concerned about who wins and who loses.
それじゃベアトにとって非分殺人は成功してもしなくてもいいものってことになっちまう。まるでその過程そのものを楽しんでいるかのようにさえ思える。
Setting aside for a moment the gruesomeness of the murders, which has had an impact on me because I obviously don't enjoy it and it's not particularly pleasant. One thing that I personally am just thinking right now in the moment, these two things have in common is that they bring out the real, like the core persons that each of them are inside. Because they're put in these situations, like the murders put them in this heightened state of, I guess terror, but like fear for their lives. It brings out the real things that are hidden underneath layers of pretending generally. And the money as well. You saw what just happened when they all saw the mountain of gold. It brings out the hyenas. I don't know exactly how that can lead to something that is meaningful for Beto, but it's just the one thread that I see common between the two situations.
以前の俺なら無意味な殺人を繰り返す非道な魔女だと決めつけこいつを罵っただろうさ。だが今の俺にはそうとは思えない。
ありがとう。だから赤をもう一つ与えましょう。
More. Great.
ベアトは快楽目的で殺人を行っていることはありません。
She didn't do it for pleasure, and she didn't do it to make anyone feel fear. She has nothing to gain from the epitaph murders, and she doesn't care whether they succeed or fail. It's almost like a random game kids would play.
違う。意味があるんだ。こいつには。
Yep.
意味とは何ですか？
わからない。天秤の両端は無価値でも。こいつにとってこの天秤はしっかりと重みあるものなんだ。
Yeah, we haven't seen the rabbits in a while. Not this episode, if I'm not mistaken. Of course it isn't meaningless, some meaning definitely exists. In the previous game, she urged me to remember my sin of 6 years ago. Was that meaning? No, that was definitely very meaningful. It was one of the closest moments to meaning that we've ever had. It's just I have no idea what the sin is. Yeah, all the animals, all of them. No, there's no way that's the case. Kinzo and Nanjo had an interesting conversation about the meaning of playing chess in episode 2. Kinzo said the meaning was winning, but Nanjo had another idea. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember. I clearly remember the serious look in her eyes at that moment. Unfortunately, I didn't have a clue what she was talking about. And she was devastated. That's right. At the time, I'm sure she even went so far as to say that the crime wouldn't have occurred if I hadn't come.
意味はあるんだ。こいつにとっては意味が。そしてそれを俺に求めてる。
We've calmed down now, right, Battler? Okay. Just a few moments earlier, or a few lines earlier, he was kind of losing it. Ay. Aww. I laughed softly and poked Beato lightly on the head. Then patted her head. Aww. Pats. For the Golden Princess.
ラブレターには次からは好きですと短く書くことを勧めるぜ。
God, the cockiness. Oh Lord. Sure.
あまり回りくどくて難解だと意味が伝わらねえぞ。こいつが何を考えてるのか相変わらずさっぱりさ。だが
Yeah, I'd love to see it when she is like fully herself and not with those dead eyes. That's really off-putting. Chandler strikes me.
俺は考えることをやめないぜ。
Good. You do that.
まだまだチェス盤をひっくり返せ。お前の思考をたどる旅を。俺は絶対にくじけないからな。
All right. The true family conference. What the heck? Right. I know, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Perfect. The chapter ended. We ended on a high note as well. We're pumped to keep thinking and seeing what the heck this all means. It's great. Yep, let's sleep. I definitely want to. Okay. The next scene is going to be pretty chaotic. Okay, sure. Well, brace for it and jump right into it, I guess. Time to dream of mice and sea cats. Aw, that's cute. Wait. Oh, thank you so much for the bitty, Fish Bits. That's so cute. There we are. That emote. Cute. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Sorry. Yawns. I'm sleepy. Interesting part there. Interesting scene. Have I heard of Siconia when they cry? I think some of your lovely faces were discussing it in the Discord and I read about it. Is it the unfinished thing? That Rikishi said he wouldn't finish in the end? Is that the one? Or am I mistaking it? Sorry. Majora, yes. yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I have heard of it. Yep. Aw, thank you, Bea. Thank you to everyone for joining. Aw. Well, great chat. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, my mind is spinning with a bunch of thoughts after this, but it's too late and they're incoherent and I wouldn't be able to vocalize them no matter how hard I tried. So I'll just put a pin in them and take it up next time and see where we go. Aw, thank you all of to all of you for having joined and chilling and just you know, being awesome as always. My impression of Beatrice. I mean, I had thought about it at various points in time that this is just all too ridiculous. There has to be something else underneath all of that. I don't know if I'm anywhere closer to figuring out what exactly it is. In terms of empathizing with her, I still feel something that's pulling me back or some sort of barrier until I figure out exactly what it is. Or not exactly, but like have a sense of more concretely, like, okay, there's something there that's meaningful to her that maybe is hurtful to her or it's tinged with some sort of sadness or pain or whatever. I can sense that in a certain way, but if I have no idea what it is, like not even a little drop of it, I'm not entirely sure if I can just open my heart fully and be like, oh yes, Beatrice, I'm so sorry you went through this feels bad, whatever, right? So I'm open for that to happen. I'm just not there right now, if that makes sense. I don't know if I even answered the question. It's so just, yeah. Erika Thursday soon. Oh, night night, Chidorine. Thank you so much for joining. Overall, Bernie got tired of taking 4 losses in a row and try harder with her OC self-insert character and speedrun Umineko. She did do that. Yeah. Less than 48 hours until Erika Thursday. Good, very good. Yes. Okay, well, those are my random thoughts right now. Late at night after that scene. Yeah. I am out of water. That's okay. I have more in my bottle. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Another awesome ride. Thank you so much for being by my side. We'll keep going. The roller coaster will keep up and down. Yeah, and for now I am starting to shut down kind of, so I will go sleep. Thank you so much for everything. I love having this experience by your side. It's amazing. I'm grateful and hope to see you next time as well if you manage to and have the time. Yeah. Nice. Now, nice seeing you too, Lunar Festival. Thank you so much for joining. Take care for now. Night night, or have a good end to your day wherever you are on this lovely, beautiful planet. Compatible explosions. Okay. Don't know what those are. I'm sure I'll find out. Yeah. For now, take care and see you again Thursday. Same time as always. Nothing changes. Bye bye.